What is going on? Welcome to Ruu S Room. We're getting to the nitty-gritty of the artists and creatives in the Australian scene. I am
So
Ruu, aka the Culture Black Kid, and today we have Dxvndre. He is a Samoan hip-hop artist based in Southwest Sydney
that's him.
and a part of the acclaimed All-Star class for 2024. His
That's
debut
him.
album, his debut album, Samoan Stevie, is out right now. Dre, how you doing? Like for real, for real. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. It's a blessing to be here, brother. Thank you for your time and the opportunity for, bringing me to the Ruse room, brother. Long
Cool.
time coming. It's a long time coming, but no, we good, man. We blessed, bro. We blessed.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, no, we have been talking about this for a hot minute. I think
Yeah, for a minute, bro.
the set of Grease,
Mm,
one
mm.
of the singles from your project, if people didn't know.
Yep.
Um, I was like, hey, when's your project coming out? Because we gotta
Yeah, I remember
we gotta
you
get
you were hounding me for it, bro. But nah, it's good, man. This is good, bro. This is
no,
good.
for sure, for sure. So Samoan Stevie debut album out right now.
Hmm.
Um, for for those who are, just music listeners in general, so that's a
Mm.
lot of people, you would know that when you listen to a body of work, it's good to be in like, there's always a perfect setting that
Yeah, for sure.
allows you to experience it the best. So
Yep.
when people come in, if they haven't listened to Samoan Stevie yet, what do you think is the best time and place to experience it for the first time?
To experience it for the first time, going off personal preference,
Mhm.
by my I'd say on your ones, bro, or with people that
Mhm.
are, I think, on the same level or the same par as, your music taste or
Yeah.
preference, for example. But I'd say, yeah, for yourself, I think on the ones would be most preferable,
Okay.
just so you can kind of soak everything in. Me personally, I like to run the project front to back, back to front, and then on shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's some songs on there that you could turn up to, bro. But I think, yeah, like personal preference. If I was the consumer outside looking in, I'd say by myself, bro, or with people that are, I don't know, share the same experience with music as yourself. So yeah.
For sure. For sure. For sure. And
And if you love wrestling, bro. And if you're a
yes,
fan of wrestling, of
of
course,
course.
that's number one, bro. Yeah.
100%, 100%. And, I mean, I was gonna come in and be like, with the I shoot the affinity for wrestling that you have, as
Mm.
well as the title, the
Yeah.
artwork, all that. It's like
Mm.
d- I almost would assume coming in that you need to listen to it when you're really getting like you're in the gym, you're getting G
Yeah,
type
for
stuff.
sure. For sure. All those type of settings too, that can definitely obviously venture out after the first listen.
Yeah,
Something could sneak into the gym, the gym playlist. I love my training. So yeah, anything really could fit into your everyday life, bro. So
for
yeah.
sure. For sure. For sure. Well, we're not going to get too much into that. If you haven't listened to Small Stevie, go stream it right now. Run it up.
Right now, baby.
Um,
Right now.
but let's get into what, we're really here to do, which is get into the nitty-gritty about yourself, understand you a
Yes.
little bit
You pick
more.
the brains, bro. Got to pick the brains.
Exactly, exactly.
Good.
And my first thing before I get into some questions, I
Mm.
usually have a how we met. Now, I put question marks because I actually can't really remember the first time that we met. I feel like it's one of those things where me and you just continually ran into each other, and then it was
Yeah.
it's just like, oh yeah, I remember like this moment, but
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
remember?
yeah. I remember, bro.
Okay,
I know before we met though, we've been heavily linked on
yeah,
socials.
definitely.
That I can't remember. But the
Yes.
first time I think we met was oh, it was at a party. Well, not a party, but we performed. Me, Darkside, all them boys, we performed there. It was at the
Was it at
Charmaine's party. We performed. It was at a house, the apartment in Sydney, like in the city in Central. I can't. It's like a Hibernian. No, that is. I think there's something called like that. And
was it with
Tech.
was Ratu performing as was that
Yeah,
same night?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That night.
Right. Oh, and
Yeah,
Tech was performing
Tech
over.
was performing down the road.
It was
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
bro.
and Legacy performed that night.
Yeah, Legacy performed first.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of the first ones with MF Banks and
yep, yep.
myself, Ratu. Dark Side Boys. I'm pretty sure they headlined it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the first time. You had the cornrows, my bro.
Yeah, I did.
You
I
had the
did. And then,
braids, girls. Yeah,
you and Ratu were standing outside and we were talking about where we're from, and you're like, I'm from Ingleburn.
yeah.
I'm like,
And then yeah, that's
what?
exactly
You're
right.
you're
Exactly
around the
right.
corner,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly, bro.
Yeah, no, I remember. I
Yeah.
remember now. Yeah, okay, fire. And then pretty much
Mm.
since then, and obviously, like you said, we've been linked on social media for a bit ever since I started to get into the stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
just been, always good vibes every time we've run into each
Yeah,
other.
exactly, bro. It's always been like a genuine, like when we first met, felt like I've known you for ages, bro. So
For sure, for
yeah.
sure. Well, let's get into that stuff, and hopefully, again, the audience can get to know you a little bit better. So
Yes,
here's
sir.
my, here's my first question to you. What
Hmm.
percentage of yourself do you think your inner circle really knows about you?
If we're talking inner circle, I'm talking like the boys that I went to school with that I'm still close with today.
Yeah.
Man, I reckon about like 70, 80%. They know all the dark stuff, bro.
True, true, true,
I
true, true.
wouldn't say like they know all my personal things,
Mhm.
but they know all the dark things I've been through.
Yeah.
They were the ones that I could run to. Um, they were the ones that were there when I couldn't go to my family. Not in a bad sense. It's
No.
just stuff that you can't go to your family to. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
for sure.
Um, especially at that age. But yeah, like, and that's only I'm talking like 5, 6 people, bro, in like the inner circle or people that I can count off my hand
Yeah.
that really know me. But yeah, from outside of that, try to keep myself reserved, bro. I'm pretty sure as most people do. Um, and yeah, they get the good side, bro. You know what I mean? I'm pretty good all over, but
Yeah, yeah,
they don't need to see that, bro. No one needs to see that. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. 100%, 100%.
Mm.
And how much of that percentage do you think you've shared in your music so far?
Um, Definitely less than I've shared with my inner circle.
Mhm.
Way less, bro. I think a good 60%.
Mm,
50, 60. Yeah, I like to go deep into the emotion rather than telling
specific.
this specific points, just how I was feeling in those pointed times. I might give a little bit of what was happening, but yeah, out of respect for myself, the people around me, especially, I like to keep that, I'd rather tell it in a more articulate way than just spill the beans straight away, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
there it is. There it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. There's a
There we
little
go.
subliminal for you, bro. There's a little subliminal there.
Oh, but okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. So it's, the approach you have to, your writing, it's like, look,
Mm,
some stuff happened, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened.
exactly.
Or this is how I'm feeling, but I'm not telling
Yeah.
you type thing. So yeah, I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
exactly. Exactly right, bro.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
yeah, through these main questions, we're gonna get to know a little bit more of those percentages that you said. So,
Yes, sir.
gonna take it back to primary school days, do a little bit of show and tell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I've asked Dre to do a little bit of homework, and if we don't have an item, gather some items, and if we don't have an item, then I know we're gonna at least gonna have a dope story to go along
Yep.
with. So let's get into it. So my first question to you is, what is something that represents who you are as a person?
This is kind of like a two-part. I
Mm,
think it was the most sentimental. So this kind of dives into that. I think one of the boys was doing this. I'm pretty sure Elijah did this as well. But my first mic, bro, this
mm,
was a gift from my wife. Back then it was my girlfriend, but this was a gift from my wife as a birthday present. Rode mic, NT USB, still in good condition. I've obviously upgraded since then, and that was only like a year ago. I think this was a big step in, to the music journey for myself and a big learning curve, trying to engineer myself at home, which is what I prefer now. I was full studio guy, bro. Full
yeah.
studio guy, couldn't stand recording at home, bro. I just didn't have the patience. But I think when COVID hit,
Mm,
I had no choice, bro. I
for
had no
sure.
choice.
Do you feel like now that, we've had this era that is COVID, and, we've come out the other end, that, you now prefer working at home and, just
Mm,
doing demos and knocking them out there, or do you still
yeah.
enjoy going into the studio and?
Um, a bit of both, really. Obviously, sounds better in the studio, right? You got the whole setup, the whole shebang there. But yeah, I like a mixture of both. I've, grown into a like a habit of just recording myself, and you know in certain songs, sometimes it's not flowing right. It's not, it takes like 1,000 goes. And me personally, I feel like I'm annoying the engineer, bro, and I hate that feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, run it back, or do it like this, but whereas at home, I could just swear at myself in the mirror and be like, bro, what are you doing? But at the same time, it's just, yeah, learned a lot of patience along the way. But at the same time, I love the environment that the studio can bring, the energy, the vibes, um, especially with other fellow artists that can create something out of nothing. So yeah, it's a bit of both, bro.
For
It's
sure.
a win-win. It's a win-win.
Definitely, definitely. And final thing on this is what's the split between the home and the studio for this project?
This project, bro, it's like a maybe 80-20, 90-10 split.
Like a 90
Yeah,
split, like studio 90,
nah, home 90.
or home
Home.
90.
Yeah, I recorded, apart from the features, Legacy recorded at mine.
Right.
Um, the only song I actually didn't record at home was The Bottom Line, which is the final track that shout out Soli, produced by Soli.
So,
We were actually in an Old Boy session, the final one,
right.
and we had heaps of time left, and I was like, I just sent him like a reference beat, bro, cooked it in like 20 minutes, and it was like, here, bro, just loop this, just made a dusty crate loop, and I loved it straight away, and I already had something written,
Mhm.
and there we were, bro. That's the outro of the album, The Bottom Line. So that was the only song that I recorded outside of the studio, apart from the other features that live interstate. But yeah, Legacy recorded his verse here. And then yeah, the mixing and mastering sessions were in the studio. Shout out JG. Mixed and mastered by JG. Let's go.
Shout out, shout out. Dope. Okay.
Shout out, bro.
All right, let's keep it moving. Number two, what is your favorite sentimental gift that you have received from someone?
Received from someone. So that's the two part, the mic as well from my
Yep.
missus.
Mhm.
Um, and this was a gift. Um, it's like a little like a photo plaque that you can get made up of like a song. Oh, sorry, the reflection's a bit. How's it going? But it's my first. It's a little like a picture plaque thing of my first EP that I released. This was gifted by my friend that lost his battle to cancer. Rest in peace, Pelican. He gave that to me when I moved back to Sydney. So I
Mhm.
actually recorded that EP in Brisbane when I was living in Queensland from 2017 to 2019. And yeah, when I moved back, he gave it to me as a housewarming gift. And bro, it just stays seen wherever it is, whether it's in here, my spare room, or downstairs in the kitchen. That goes with, yeah, they just always seen somewhere in the house. So yeah, rest in peace, my brother Pelly. We miss ya, and yeah, hope you're proud, lad. Let's go.
Sure. And I love that. I love that.
Mm,
And definitely, the sentimentality behind that is huge.
mm.
Um, how do you feel like you've changed when you approach your craft from when you released that first EP to now this debut album? And even, location,
Location,
being
yeah,
in Queensland compared to
yeah,
back in Southwest and,
yeah.
all that stuff.
The growth has been, yeah. I think over time, everyone essentially has to grow. You know what I mean? You either adapt or you don't, and I just had to. Obviously, I went through a lot of things along the way since 2019, which was when the first EP came out, and yeah, I think. yeah, just growth is inevitable. That's the only way I can put it. Um, Obviously for the better, I could have went for the worst. I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't even be here if I didn't choose the
Yeah.
right path. And that was not only for myself, but for the people that are around me.
Mhm.
You know, got a lot of people depending on me, and who would I be if I let them down? You know
Sure.
what I mean? I can't do that. So, but moving back to Sydney definitely helped. I started in 2017 when my mate passed away. That's yeah, Catalo, he's got tatted right here on my arm.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was like one of my best mates, and I think his death taught me, it's either now or never.
Yeah.
The same goes, I could have just chose a different path, the path that I was
Mhm.
going down before I moved to Queensland.
Yeah.
And, moving to Queensland was one of them choices where I was like, nah, man, I got to try and better myself and, do right by the people around me. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, just to round it all up, growth is inevitable, bro. And I just chose the better side out of it. So,
For
yeah.
sure. For sure.
Mm.
For sure. And it is an unfortunate reality sometimes that, the loss of close people to you is what can help prepare, it's like a fork in the road because sometimes the
Yeah.
bads
Can
can,
make or break you, bro. And
yeah.
make or break. Mm.
So, but at least you can look back, know that, the people that, you've lost along the way, that hopefully you, like you said, you are making them proud through what you're
Yeah,
doing, how you're living your life now,
exactly.Hank you, bro.
um,
Yeah.
you know, honoring their legacy in no matter what.
Yeah. Exactly right. Exactly right.
Sure.
Yep.
But anyway, all right, let's keep it moving. Number
Hmm.
three, what's the first album that you ever bought or received?
From what I remember, definitely didn't buy this because at that age I had no money. But
Yeah.
my older brother is definitely one of the reasons why I love hip hop, as well as my old man and my uncles and all that. But I remember this being, I don't know if you could see it,
Yeah.
the Marshall Mathers LP by Eminem, bro. I had no right at that age listening to The Way I Am, like, and knowing it word for word, bro.
Yep. Yep.
Rapping it to myself in the mirror like I am bloody Slim Shady, bro. But yeah, that was probably one of the first I can remember being in our little CD player. Me and my older brother, we shared rooms till we were very old. So, like whatever he was into, I just felt like I just was automatically default. So, yeah, the Marshall Mathers LP. Honorable shout outs to the NWA, straight out of Compton as well. That CD as well. We had heaps of those. Can't remember where they are, but yeah, the Marshall Mathers LP was definitely the first. Yeah,
Sure.
that I remember.
Definitely. Do you remember
Mm.
the first time that you heard it, or the location where you heard it the first?
Yeah. I was in Ingleburn, bro, Kings Road.
Mhm.
Remember the house. I remember that bloody, yeah, the whole like format of the house, front to back. So yeah, I was sitting on my bunk bed. I was on
Mhm.
the top
Yeah.
and I had it playing. And then I remember jumping off the bed and listening to what he was saying and just staring out the window like I was in there, like I was just visualizing, man, what is this guy saying? Like,
Wow.
yeah, it's pretty intense, bro. Pretty intense. Definitely not recommendable for a 5 year old or a 6 year old. So,
Definitely
yeah,
not.
I don't even think I was in school, bro. Or maybe I just started kindergarten, but yeah, something like that.
No, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's not from this album, it's from his next album, but it's like that scene in the Without Me video when he grabs the CD from the kid.
Yeah, from the kid.
Like,
No.
no,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
but yeah, no, classic album. Eminem,
That's it.
50 Cent, Dre were all big proponents of me when I was first getting into hip hop,
Yeah,
as well. So I know it all too well.
yeah.
Um, and finally, on this point, is there a Aussie artist that their project or a song of theirs that you've been rinsing recently that you really love?
Recently, bro, Mourn's The Youth is Wasted on the Young. That
Mm.
was dropped a couple months ago,
Mm.
and that's definitely been rinsed a lot. Even Mike Pompey and Colored Noise 2000 BC. That's crazy. Hypercolor, Swerve. Oh man, that whole album. Just yeah, the people that I'm somewhat surrounded by or look up to in the Oz scene are definitely like I feel like I'm surrounded by the good people, like, yourself as well, Tech, everyone, Dark Side. Like there's so many honorable mentions, but definitely Morns is one. And my own one. Far out. What am I talking about, bro? I'm my own biggest fan. I don't
Yeah,
care, man.
exactly.
I'm my own top five. Nah, jokes.
100%. Hey, you got it. You got it.
That's it, bro. Yeah.
100%. All right. Number 4. What is a moment from one of your favorite gigs and sessions?
All right, so gig. Wow, this one was too hard to think, but yeah. So the most memorable thing from a gig was probably my first one,
Mhm.
and that was at the Valve Bar in
Mhm.
Central.
Yep, I
And
know.
that venue, bro, is like dungeon, straight dungeon. And I had like there was other people on the lineup. Don't get me wrong. And you know what? Bart Excel can vouch for me because he was there, bro. He was the MC that night.
Oh my goodness.
And bro, we literally tore the roof down, bro. I gotta send you the video.
Oh,
I'll send
please.
you the video.
Please,
I did one of the yeah, I did one of the songs where me and the boys like drank up to a fair bit, like one of my own songs, and I did that. And just the area came out, bro. We were no longer in Central, bro. We were in Ingleburn, and the
Yep.
boys just started uppercutting the roof, bro. And like all the chip rock and everything just started falling down. And the security guard jumped in front of me and was like holding the vent and was like yelling. And then I thought I was gonna get kicked off stage, bro. I was like mid-set as well. So yeah, that was a bit scary, but funny at the same time. Bloody Islanders, bro. I'm telling you. But yeah, so that's definitely the most memorable thing from a gig and from a session. Man, so many to think. But I'd probably have to give it to when I recorded an a cappella for LP's most recent project, if I'm correct. There maybe been another, but Ambitions as a writer. I did a song on there called The Unwritten Law by myself. And obviously it was in one of those dark times. I just lost my cousin, rest in peace to her. And yeah, he was just like, bro, I just need you to write something and tap in to the raw, painful emotion. And funny enough, bro, he asked me at the right time because I just lost my cousin. So I went in, bro, recorded it, I think in one take. And I just remember walking out and everyone was just silent, bro. And it's like one of them just stood up and just gave me a hug and was like, "Oh, bro, it's all good, bro. It's not that deep. Like, it's all good." I just remember just the ambience in that room was just like it was a bit iffy for a
Eerie.
sec. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah, very eerie, bro.
Yeah.
And then we played it out loud and obviously started cleaning it up and yeah, everyone was just like, "Fuck, bro. Like, I hope you're all good."
Yeah.
But it was all sweet as, bro. That's music,
Sure, for
But
sure. And
yeah,
as a hip hop artist, you hope to be like, all right, I'll walk out the booth, everyone dead
yeah,
silent because they're like, yo, what just happened? Like
yeah, exactly, yeah,
but obviously that was the case. But
yeah,
everyone was just like,
yeah.
oh,
Everyone was just like just looking at each other, and
good.
yeah, it was like, wow, bro, you good? Yeah. So that was probably one of the most memorable things. Plenty of other ones, honorable mentions, but yeah, that one stuck out the most.
For sure, for sure.
Mm.
Um, okay, yeah, no, dope,
Mm.
dope, interesting.
Thank you, bro.
And number 5, what is something that represents your dreams and aspirations within your field?
Yeah, I don't have anything to show for that.
A
Um,
lot of people don't really.
I'd say one thing is definitely the journey, bro. I think the journey itself, if people have been there from the start or know me on a personal level, know where I come from and know how hard it's been for myself. Being an independent artist, usually not getting the limelight that most other people are getting that don't really deserve, in my personal opinion. you know, we'll leave that for another day. But I think the journey and the work, bro, I believe hard work pays off, and hard work over talent for sure. And I feel like I'm the epitome of that, bro. It's just been non-stop ever since I started. Um, you know, despite everything that's happened in my life,
Mhm.
I still just chose to keep on going. And I'm not trying to say like I'm the only one that's done it. I'm sure everyone has done it in their point of life, a point of time in their life where they just had to knuckle down and just dust themselves off and just go, bro. So I think the journey within itself represents, yeah, just everything. Yeah.
100%. Um, Cliche question alert, but
Mm.
if you could, give a piece of advice to yourself from 2017 or 2019 as you were, slowly
Hmm.
start to get into it,
Hmm.
what would you give? And if you could give a piece of advice to yourself in, let's say, 5 years, seeing as it's been about 5 years,
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
what would
Okay.
what
So,
would you say to previous, and what would you say to?
so to my previous self, could even use this to myself today, but my previous self, I'd say to understand and learn how to be patient.
Mhm.
Um, trust the process and just know that things may not happen in that point of time, but if it's meant to be, it'll come around again. And, I feel like that has a lot to do with karma. If you're a good person, bro, good things will happen. And to be genuine, you know, um, be genuine about everything you do, not only as a person, but things that you put out to the world, to the universe. If it's not genuine, bro, one day it's gonna clock and it's gonna smack you in the face and you're gonna look like an idiot. So that would be to my previous self. To my future self, keep going, bro. Keep going. Same thing. Things are gonna happen. Um, if it doesn't happen now, it's gonna happen in the next 5 years. And to get better, be a better person, be a better person than you are today, be a better person tomorrow. And yeah, keep killing it, bro. That's all I can say.
100%. Okay, we got one more question, but before we get out of here, it's game
So,
time. It's the time
game
I've been
time.
waiting for. Oh, this
Mm-hmm.
this is gonna be good. This is gonna be a good one. So Dre, what I'm going to get you to do is build your
Yes.
ultimate collab track. It's going
Oh,
to
here
be
we go.
yourself,
Mm-hmm.
three other artists, a
Mm-hmm.
producer, and a videographer slash director,
Mm-hmm.
and all local artists.
All local artists. Uh, yeah, local as in local New Zealand artists or Australia, straight Australia.
We can add New Zealand artists as well. I always keep, I always preface it as Australia, but
That's
I'm
right.
I'm
Oh no, we'll keep Australia, bro. Since it's our backyard, so we'll keep it
I'm opening
Australian.
up the border. I'll open up the border
Okay,
for you.
opening up the border, man. Okay,
You know what?
you know.
I'm gonna pun intended, call this your Royal Rumble
Oh,
2.
the Royal Rumble. Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna do it with people. I'm gonna build a collab that I haven't collabed with.
Okay.
All right, to make it interesting, because then I could just name people that I've collabed with. So yeah, all right. So on the beat, oh my gosh, bro. Okay, on the beat, we got three people. Sorry, we got three
Yeah.
people on the
Yep.
beat.
Great.
Okay, so it'll have to be kind of classics from Posse Short
Mhm.
or Kirby
Mhm.
from Adelaide. Shout out Adelaide. Shout out Kirby. Or Eric Spice from Melbourne.
Mm.
On the beat. They could share the beat. They could, or whoever, because I know they could find that mad, dusty, loopy melody that I could just go ham on, bro, and meet the beat halfway, you know.
Mhm.
So they don't need no fancy stuff, bro. But so yeah, those are the producers.
Okay.
Either, pick one. Artists, MCs. You can't have Eric Splice without Mammoth. So
Mhm.
Mammoth is a default.
Okay.
I got something with Mammoth, but that's not out. So technically, I haven't collaborated with them yet. So Mammoth, oh, we have to chuck in Goobsy.
Okay.
Goobsy from Adelaide. Let's go. We're going worldwide right now.
Okay.
Worldwide Australia. And then I have to go Mike Pompey, bro. Sydney
Mm.
City.
Mm.
Sydney City. Oh yeah, far. Sorry, New Zealand. I had actually had another New Zealand artist in mind
I'm
as
gonna,
well.
I'm gonna give you one more.
We'll go AP from Church and AP, bro. I love Church as well, but AP's or I don't know, but I don't know. They're both equally good. I'll have them both on there, bro.
Why?
Have them
Why not?
both on there.
Why not?
Yeah, 100%, bro. Have them both on there. I
Okay.
reckon that it will be, yeah, just a universal collab right there. Just rapping, you know what I mean? Nothing fancy. But okay, so those are the MCs and producers.
Yeah.
I'd have to go videographer. I like to keep it with people I know, and you know, Tech is one of the cleanest bastards out there, bro. So I'd have to go, yeah, Tech behind the camera, bro, and he's got an eye for it too. So shout out Tech. He's done plenty of our videos, both of us. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's the man, bro. He's the man.
For sure. For sure. Shout out to Tech. And um, what's happening in this video?
Damn. Oh, see that this guy, bro. I have no idea, right? Have to be a Royal Rumble. We're all fighting each other.
Fine. Fine.
We're all we're all fighting each other. But like with the mic, I reckon everyone's got a mic, bro, and everyone's just rapping in each other's face, bro.
That'll be hard.
And like then you add the comical bang, pow, punch, go on, sleep. No, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To add that stuff in there. So
Oh,
yeah.
no, that would be fire. Actually, side note, um, me and Legacy, I caught up with him after a shift one time
Mm.
at his work, and me and him sat there for like half an hour, being like, if the scene had a like Def Jam fighter, like what would everyone's combo be? And like, what would and I'm like, okay, so full circle, they would do this, and then the
Yeah,
outside guys, they would do this, and then they fish, and it was like a whole thing. So I feel like me, you, Legacy, just got to sit down and be like, all right, who do we got to go to make this Oz scene
yeah.
like
Def Jam.
um uh Def Jam Vendetta style fighting game that's very 8-bit and all that. Oh goodness, that'll be so
Oh, fight for SYD.
yeah, facts. But okay, okay, bet. Well, let's see if that collab starts happens, turns out.
One day, bro. If not with all of them, then one by one, surely.
Definitely.
One by one, for sure.
Sure, for sure.
Mm.
All right. Got one more question before we get out of here.
Yes, sir.
What is a personal moment that stands out to you that has impacted your music in a certain way?
Personal moment. Um, Probably when I lost my best mate, bro.
Mm.
My
Okay.
best mate that I got tatted on here. I got a interlude dedicated to him on my very first EP. That was I'm pretty sure I said it before. That was a make or break, bro. I was at a crossroads when he passed away. And he was also a big fan of music. He put me onto a lot of people, vice versa. And we'd always talk about how mad it would be to be a rapper, like a raw rapper, bro, tour the world and live that rock star life, lifestyle. But I think when he passed away, man, that ever since then and how broken I is was definitely one of the main things why I had to stay strong. And, losing people on the way has added to that fuel, like that fire. That was just fuel to the fire. So yeah, it
Definitely.
was definitely, yeah, when my best mate passed away, bro.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. And I mentioned it already, do it, but
Mm.
the fact that you are still here, debut album out right now, I
Yes,
guess
sir. Yes,
making
sir.
making all him and anyone who you've lost proud along the
Mm.
way. So it's definitely uh you know it shows your character and your growth that you're willing to keep fighting for these people and
Yeah,
anyone
for
who you're
sure. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
for sure. And I think with that, I think that's a great place to close out today. Dre, so much. Thank you so much for coming on.
No, pleasure's all mine, man. Thank you, bro. Ruu S Room, holding it down for the culture black kid, bro. You already know the man, lad. Shout out to Uso, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Pleasure's all mine, man.
100%. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And here is where I roll out the red carpet, let the people know what's out, what's coming up, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so Samoan Stevie debut album out now. Right now we got a lot of shows on the way. Jam Baxter, NWA, the whole shebang, bro, and more to be announced. As for music, I got a couple of collabs on the way. I got a couple of singles that I've recorded. I'm just waiting for the right time. But for now, we're just having fun, bro. I'm just gonna soak in this album, man, and as anyone would. And yeah, bro, this ain't the end, bro. We just getting started. Let's go.
100%. 100%. Oh, once again, Dxvndre, I am Rue, aka the Culture Black Kid, and I'll catch you
Yes,
next time.
sir. Bless,
Peace.
bro. Peace.